Peyton Monticelli. She'll be countered by Lena Russo. 3-11 Abilene Christian, 13-0 Oklahoma. Those are the starting lineups, and as always, they're presented by Omni Oklahoma City Hotel. Your perfect getaway awaits you at the Omni OKC. First pitch is next. This is Sooner Softball from Learfield.
Hey Sooner Nation, I'm Sydney Sanders with OU Softball. As a proud sponsor of OU Athletics, William and Lauren outfits us in custom suits that boost our confidence both on and off the field. Their perfectly tailored clothing ensures every Sooner stands out in comfort and style at prices that make luxury accessible. Visit William and Lauren in Oklahoma City or online at williamandlauren.com. Dress like a champion and make your style as legendary as OU Softball.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your crawl space and damaging your home. Musty smells, sagging floors, mold are just a few signs your crawl space is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Go to groundworks.com, the preferred foundation repair company of the Oklahoma Sooners. Licensed in all states. See website for details.
This is Coke Zero Sugar. Could I be the best Coke ever? Try and taste with your ears. Hear those bubbles? Imagine them tingling on your tongue. Fizzy deliciousness. Listen to that cascading liquid. A mouth-watering waterfall. Irresistibly tasty. Zero sugar. Crisp, refreshing, and ice cold. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide.
Hey, Sooner fans, a game-changing year is upon us. Call it your staycation destination, your Beat the Heat retreat, your after-sport resort with indoor and outdoor pools, thrilling rides, restaurants, spa, swim-up bar, and more. We just call it Okana, and it opens soon, just east of downtown OKC, right on the river. Okana Resort and Indoor Water Park. Learn more at okanaresort.com. Peyton Monticelli gets the start, and the first batter of the game, Taylor Bachmeyer, got off to a quick start, grounded back to the circle. Monticelli unable to glove it. Bachmeyer beats it out. So here's Audrey Lacina, the shortstop. First pitch swinging, pops it up. Bella Emmerling makes the catch in foul territory. Nearly a collision between Nelly and Bella, and there's one away. 2:21 first pitch. We got back about 30 seconds late. Monticelli had an 0-2 count on Taylor Bachmeyer, and then a little grounder back to the circle that Bachmeyer beat out at first base. And Patty Gasso does not like the eclectic nature to start this game, so she is out to the circle to calm everyone down. Sooners defense looks like this as we welcome you into Game 2. Sooners won Game 1 in extra innings, 8-5, and now off to a bit of a shaky start here in Game 2 against Abilene Christian. Nellie McEnroe Moranis over at third with Gabby Garcia at short. Alana Ogbayani at second with Sid Sanders at first. Bella Emmerling behind the plate for Peyton Monticelli making her second start. Maya Bland out in left field. Abby Dayton in center, and Cassidy Pickering in right. Coach Gasso didn't get a lot of time. The home plate umpire was out there pretty quick. So a little jawing as she walked back to the dugout. Didn't seem to be anything too problematic. As here's Elizabeth Schaefer. First pitch is a pass ball, not a wild pitch. Must have crossed up Emmerling. It shot off her glove. Far enough away for Bachmeyer to take off for second. .355 average on the season for Elizabeth Schaefer. As a runner in scoring position with one out. She pops this one foul behind home plate. Abilene Christian 3-11 on the season, but played a couple of tight ones. Kieran Norman, the 1-1 pitch. Boy, good spot by Peyton. Strike two. Played in the Aggie Classic, did the Wildcats of Abilene Christian. Lost their first 5 games, 2 of them in run rule fashion. 1-2 pitch misses out. Good spot. Oh, cold strike 3. Umpire wasn't very deliberate was very deliberate in the call and not very overbearing in the strike call. Looked like it might be a little out. Bella Emmerling pulled it back in for strike 3, and there's 2 away. Strikeouts this year presented by TFCU, Tinker Federal Credit Union. 2 away for Ornella. First pitch strike. Valerie Ornelas, catcher. The runner at second and 2 away. Boy, it'd be nice to see Peyton Monticelli just work a clean first inning here for the Sooners. First pitch low, obviously an inauspicious start. Should be out of it. Grounder back to the circle by Bachmeyer. Should have been an easy out. Instead, she stands at second base. Swing and a miss, strike 2. But we mentioned the tough trip for Abilene Christian down to College Station. But after losing to Baylor, Utah State, Villanova, and Purdue, including 11-0 loss to Purdue, they pushed A&M to the brink. 1-2 misses low and away. Final score in that Saturday finale was 1-0. Got their first win of the season, beating East Texas A&M in Commerce, the Lion Invitational last week. 2-2 is looped into shallow center field. Racing out, it's down for a hit. Rounding third and heading home is Bachmeyer. Abilene Christian will score the first run of the game on a bloop RBI single by Valerie Ornelas. And the first inning has just been an absolute problem for the Sooners here today. 1-0 Abilene Christian. There's a pop-up. It's Taylor Haywood. First pitch swinging. Pops it to the right side. The catch is made by Sid Sanders. And what ended up being a messy first comes to a quick end. They did rule the Bachmeyer hit an error. So an unearned run of her own doing for Peyton Monticelli, and Oklahoma heads to the bottom of the first inning, trailing Abilene Christian 1-0. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
For more than 100 years,
Performance at the plate by Alana in the opener. Went 1 for 3 with a run scored, reached twice on a walk. Set up the game-tying run in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here's the 1-0. That's a little bit low. 2 balls and no strikes. A lot of debate between games about that play in the 6th off the bat of Ella Parker down the left field line and whether or not it should have been ruled fair. Here's the 2-0. In for a strike, 2-1. I think it was a fair ball after watching the replay. Unfortunately, that becomes somewhat of a judgment call by where her body was whenever she made contact with the ball. Here's the 2-1, shows bunt. Ball 3, Ornella had that one skip off her mid all the way to the backstop. Gives us a chance to tell you a little bit about the starter, Lena Russo. Senior, Cardiff by the Sea, California, transferred in from Ball State. And she just walked Ilana Ogbayani. 5 pitches. Before headed to Abilene Christian during her time at Ball State, Russo was the MAC Freshman Pitcher of the Year. She was also part of Ball State's first ever perfect game. Here's Ella Parker, still hitting over 600. She shows bunt and takes a strike. In that 1-0 win over Texas A&M, or that 1-0 win Texas A&M had over Abilene Christian, she was outstanding, allowing just 4 hits in 6 innings. Numbers. Here's the 0-1 to Ella Parker. A little bit out, 1-1. 3.57 ERA, 1-5 on the season. 25 strikeouts to 18 walks for Russo. Sooners down 1-0, bottom of the first inning. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Parker. Runner goes. Ogbayani, bit of a late jump. The throw out in time. The Sooners have been base-stealing magicians so far today. Now a runner in scoring position with a 2-1 count for Ella Parker. How about RBI 16, Parker? She lifts this one deep to left field. It is caught. A basket catch right down the left field line by Martinez. One away. Man, that was a heck of a play down the left field line by Martinez. Ogbayani wisely tags up and heads to third. Against Bowling Green earlier today, the Sooners stole 4 bases. Had a 5th one here, and they're 5 for 6 in stolen base opportunities today. Here's Sid Sanders. First pitch up high, ball 1. Sid Sanders had the grand slam home run in the first game, finished 1 for 4 with a run scored and those 4 runs batted in. Here's the 1-0. High to him. Russo being a bit deliberate here. Righty wipes the rosin off her hand, spins the ball on her right thigh, and brings home the 2-0 pitch to Sanders. Off speed, way inside. Every single day, the SEC, one thing I love is they send you an in-depth statistical breakdown of all the numbers in the league. Talked about it yesterday. 3-0 is in for a strike. And it's wild to see some of the numbers around the league. Stolen bases is one that really caught my eye. You feel like Oklahoma's numbers have been really good. And in fact, with the 5 stolen bases today, they have moved up to 8th in the SEC. And lollipop change falls in for strike 2. So Oklahoma went from being dead last in the SEC at stolen bases yesterday to middle of the pack. They got a lot of ground to make up. Here's the 3-2 pitch. There's that off speed. Sanders waits on it but pops it up. First baseman Schaefer makes the catch, and there's 2 away. 1-0 Abilene Christian. We talked about this yesterday, so we'll put the cap on it. So 5 stolen bases today. Oklahoma 22 on the season. It puts them 8th in the conference, ahead of Auburn, but behind LSU with 25. Florida and Auburn are tied for the lead in the SEC with 44 stolen bases. First pitch strike to the hero, Cassidy Pickering. Tennessee has 34 stolen bases. But it does seem as if Oklahoma has a high number. Tim Walton, of course, at Florida, always known for being a guy that's going to snag a bag when they can. Well, that lollipop change is finding the zone, and it's a problem. Strike 2. We don't have the mile-per-hour gun anymore on the scoreboard this year. That looked like it came up there at like 10 miles an hour. Here's the 0-2 to Pickering. Another one. Waits on it. Grounds it to the right side. Slow roller. The throw. Just in time to get her. A less than dramatic out call from our first base umpire, and that'll do it for the Sooners here in the bottom of the first. OU gets the leadoff hitter aboard with a walk, and that's it. We head to the second. Sooners trail the Wildcats 1-0. This is Sooner softball from Lear.
Spring is in full swing, and there's
Goodwill Central Oklahoma, changing lives one donation at a time.
Isabel Martinez leads things off in the top of the second for Abilene Christian. The Wildcats lead the Sooners 1-0. Back to work for Peyton Monticelli. First pitch way outside. Sooner softball, as always, is presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And this is the Courtyard by Marriott Norman tournament. Located just minutes from the OU campus. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. The 1-0. Hard hit off of Peyton Monticelli. Ricochets to Sanders. Tries to tag the runner, and she got her. What an athletic play by Sid Sanders. Let's make sure Peyton Monticelli is okay. There's one away, and she's nodding. Sanders caught it off the ricochet, dove, and was able to tag out Martinez. What a job by Monticelli. Jen Roach has said, do I need to come check on you? Counted the paces, about 5 steps out of the Sooner dugout, and Peyton Monticelli waves her back. Says, I'm good. Ari Maxwell, the freshman center fielder, digs in. These numbers for the Abilene Christian bats, the averages, power, will not drop your jaw as the first pitch is low and in for ball 1. Maxwell, who's making just her second start, only 1 of 5 on the season. Here's the 1-0. In for a strike, 1-1. Since pitching has been the star for the most part for the Sooners this season, excluding the first innings. Here's a bouncer to the right side, charged by Agbayani, throws to first, and quickly there's 2 away. Take away the 2 first innings today. I think we're good. Sooners currently in the SEC are second in the league in ERA, number 2 in opponent's batting average, 9th in batters struck out. Maybe what's most important is walks, runs allowed. Rachel Cook digs in, first pitch strike from Monticelli. Sooners are number 1 in the SEC, allowing only 10 walks. Kentucky is second, having walked 25 batters. Sooners are second in the league in earned runs allowed with 14, right behind Tennessee's 13. The 0-1 pitch misses up and away, 1-1. Sooners lead the league with the least amount of runs allowed. Pretty impressive stuff. 1-1, swing and a miss. Cook, second on the team with a .346 average. 4 extra base hits, which is tied for the team lead with Audrey Lucina. 1-2. Wow, what a spot. Cold strike 3. That'll do it for the Wildcats. And Peyton Monticelli's fired up as she bounces out of the circle and sets him down in order in the second. We'll head to the bottom half. Sooners down 1-0. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Fall in love with OKC's favorite casino.
Because at Riverwind, we've got
Spa, swim-up bar, and more. We just call it Okana. And it opens soon, just east of downtown OKC, right on the river. Okana Resort and Indoor Water Park. Learn more at OkanaResort.com.
Bottom of the second inning, 1-0, Abilene Christian. First pitch to Nellie McEnroe-Marinas. Swing and a miss, strike 1. OU looking for its first hit. The run in the first inning was an unearned run. But it was an error on Peyton Monticelli. Here's the 0-1 pitch to McEnroe-Marinas, hitting .275. Take strike 2. Nellie in game 1 against Bowling Green. An 0 for 4. Had a chance to hear from her between games. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll have more of those available on the Sooner Sports Podcast soon. Here's the 0-2 pitch to the Sooner captain. Outside, 1-2. Weird game. Weird game between Oklahoma and Bowling Green earlier. This is starting out equally as odd as the 1-2 pitch misses outside, 2-2. Two balls and 2 strikes to the Sooner third baseman, the Sooner captain. Be good to get her going here this afternoon. The 2-2 pitch headed home. Called strike three. Have not seen many Sooner games where Oklahoma has taken as many borderline pitches as it appears they have through 2 games today. Sooners were struck out 5 times in the first game as Abby Dayton digs in and takes the first pitch a little bit up, ball 1. But Abby Dayton was ready. She was on in game 1. Moved down to the 9 hole. She was 2 for 4 with a couple of runs scored. Almost had her 3rd hit on a ball deep to center. The 1-0 pitch. Showed bunt, pulls back, takes it inside for ball 2. Abby Dayton's average is currently sitting at 342. 17 runs scored. And she just got hit by that pitch. Tosses her bat towards the on-deck circle. Shouts towards the Sooner dugout. If you were with us in our pregame show before game 1, Patty Gasso talked about finding that area where she just needs a little bit more energy, needs a little bit more juice. Miss your chaos coordinators and Jada and Riley Boone. And Abby Dayton was one of those players that can bring that juice, trying to show something there to get this offense going as Maya Bland digs in. First pitch to the Sooner left fielder is in for a strike. The best place to gear up for game day is the Sooner Shop, the official fan shop of OU Athletics. Visit them in store on the west side of Gaylord Family Oklahoma Memorial Stadium or online at shop.soonersports.com. Bland looking for her first hit of the season. Scored 3 runs. As a walk, runners not going as the 0-1 pitch misses a little bit out. 1 ball, 1 strike. Abilene Christian played earlier today down at Marita Hines Field. They lost to Wichita State 10-3. They lead Oklahoma here 1-0 in the bottom of the 2nd inning. 2 seconds on the action clock. The pitch headed home. Bland turns on it, fouls it in front of Coach Steele over at first base. That is 2016-2017 National Championship outfielder Fale Aviu Steele coaching over at first base. In month 8 of her pregnancy, looks across to Coach Patty Gasso in her 31st season. Looking down at Maya Bland, the 1-2 is an off speed that she loops into shallow left field. It's falling fast, but Martinez races in to make the catch, and Dayton races back to the bag. 2 away. It's not a rocket surgery, right? Sooners are struggling with the off-speed pitch here today. Emmerling earlier today went 0 for 3, did walk once. I'll tell you what, Russo knows how to use that action clock to perfection. There's a 1-hopper to short. The only play is to first. Cena gets it there in plenty of time to retire Emmerling. And it's another scoreless inning for the Sooners. We head to the third inning shoutouts coming up. Maybe that can spark the offense for Oklahoma. They trail Abilene Christian 1-0. This is Sooner Softball. We head to the third. Randallista leads things off. Abilene Christian up 1-0. First pitch a little bit out, ball 1. Well, it's good to see Sooner Shy checking in with their new baby, listening in the, it looks like, are you still in the hospital? Congratulations. Well, not that you're in the hospital, obviously, but that you have your new baby. 1-0 pitch misses up, 2-0. Casey Schleider out in Elm Creek, Nebraska. Evan in Oklahoma City. It's popped out of play. Gunny asks, with 5 stolen bases so far today, are we still at the bottom? No, in the middle of the SEC. Safe travels from Porter into work today, Gunny. Brooke is at work. Corcoran is checked in, swing and a miss, strike 2. Trey Lindeker watching game 2 along with C. Mills. Aaron Korchin out in Povitz, Poland. Thanks for the pronunciation. Gary from New Hampshire. And my buddy Warren Blankenship, the 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. There you go, kid. Third strikeout of the game for Peyton Monticelli. She looks good. Strikeouts are presented by Tinker Federal Credit Union, TFCU. For you in life and money. The shout-outs are presented by Oklahoma Career Tech, preparing Oklahomans to succeed in the workplace, in education, and in life. Bouncer to third. Nice play by Nelly on the big hop. Throws. Quickly, there's 2 away. Buddy Doug Hamilton is checked in from Hockley, Texas. Eric and Larissa out in St. Thomas enjoying vacation. Kelly Lyons is here. My man Scooter is checked in. Appreciate you guys making us a part of your Monday afternoon. First pitch to Audrey Lacina. Misses for ball 1. Matt and Jenny are down in Dallas. OU Loves is tuned in. Jack and Jane checking in from the Sooner Vision Control Room. And there is a bit of an Achilles heel at times for Peyton Monticelli, hit by pitch. My man B.A. Fat Boy is locked in. Always positive. It's my man B.A. Fat Boy. Mark in Virginia are in Okima. Okie Bach is watching from Brandon, Florida, and Sean Beach. Monticelli calls time as she resets. Schaefer, the junior, a strikeout victim in the first. Tried to check her swing. Too late. Strike 1. I guess I shouldn't say too late. I guess I should say it doesn't matter. That was right down the middle. The Warfields are tuning up in Alaska. Gotta love retirement, Michael. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Kevin Goodmiller on his sales route, listening in from Johns Island, South Carolina. Bierman Tom at work in Lawton. Thanks to everybody for making us a part of their day. The no ball, 2-strike pitch. Pretty good, but missed out. Plate umpire has a very unique strike call. I don't know if you guys have had a chance to catch it on the stream if you're watching. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3. It's a double punch from our home plate umpire. And after the 2-out hit by pitch, another strikeout from Peyton Monticelli. On the day, she now has 4. And as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, Oklahoma trails Abilene Christian 1-0. This is Sooner Softball.
Of homemade soups, pastas, and stews. Whether it's lunch or catering or booking our food truck, you'll love the food from Midway. Open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. every day. Breakfast is served all day. The Midway, serving great food to Norman since 1955.
Garcia leads things off. First pitch to the freshman is in for a strike. As Oklahoma has been flummoxed here early by Lena Rosso. Sooners looking for their first hit. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0 Abilene Christian. Garcia in the 9-hole. Then it'll be Agbayani and Ella Parker. Here's the 0-1 pitch. A little bit out. 1 ball, 1 strike. 233 average for Gabby Garcia. Probably the future at shortstop. I would think her and Sid Barker have been battling there, but Sid Barker play a lot of positions. The 1-1 grounded to the right side. Nice play by Schaefer as it took a wicked late hop. Goes to the back, and there's 1 away. Sooners have had a runner in each the 1st and the 2nd inning. A leadoff walk to Agbayani. Dayton was hit by a pitch in the 2nd. That's it. Time is called as Ramilo wanted to go out and say something here to Russo as the Sooners get ready for the second time through the lineup. Got our third inning shout-outs brought to you by Oklahoma Career Tech. Good to see so many of you still tuned in. Larry and Danita Higgs in Prague, Oklahoma. Bill in Dougherty, Oklahoma. Sooner Judy in Silver City. Karen and her husband Cliff watching from rural Muskogee County. Sounds fun, Karen. First pitch to Agbayani is outside for ball one. Kay Porter has checked in. My man, the Micah, and Shawnee. Angie is in Caw City, Oklahoma. Don and Sheila watching from Granbury, Texas. Here's the 1-0. Caught that outer edge. 1-1. That looked a little out. Agbayani steps right in with 10 seconds left on the action clock. Russo, no wait, she rocks and fires. Fouled off. Jamie Joe is watching from McAllister. Blake and Dana snuggling. Good on you, Blake. You're up in Claremore, Aberdeen, South Dakota. -46 the other day, 64 today. Good for you, Cowboys Sooner. Here's the 1-2. That's outside, 2-2. Candy from Sacred Heart, Oklahoma. Paige Cole up in Tulsa. Jeff and Christy Slayton from Navarre, Florida. Chris Berry is in Enid. And shout out to Joseph, Todd, North Carolina. Here's the 2-2 pitch to the Sooners' second baseman. Fouled off. TJ Carden, Big Sky Sooner in Noble. Jonathan and his daughter down in Waco. Sunny day for Tina Kay and Edmond. Rick and Steve are tuned in down in Houston and Oklahoma City. Steve's in Kentucky and Joe in Frisco, Texas. All over the globe. The 2-2 pitch to Agbayani is an off-speed that bounced to the left side. What a play by Lista. On the short hop, ranging to her left, throws, and there's two away. This has just been a Sooner offense that's been a little out of sync. Damp Dan and Doug down in Maysville. My man Shane Sanders is at Love's Field today. Jonathan, Maggie, and Amelia out in Portsmouth, Virginia. Johnny Rod at the Empire. Kevin and Stephanie listening while traveling down the interstate while Sherry's in Okmulgee. Here's Ella Parker with 2 outs. Takes the first pitch low, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. A little bit in. Oh! Wow, strike 1. Chris Emerson's in Jinx. Michael's in Lake of the Ozarks. I just jinxed that. Lynette is in Aiken, South Carolina. Did I mention Lisa Jean up in Tulsa and Lori at Earnhardt Oil in Marshall? Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-0. Adam and Cindy out in Virginia Beach. We're big in Okmulgee. That's where Garrett's tuned in today. Mickey and Nick out in Sugarland, Texas. Thanks, guys, for checking in today on the Sooner softball broadcast. OU down 1-0. Boy, that off speed has the hitters fooled. Parker way out in front of it. Took it for strike 2. Had that big stride. Count is even up at 2-2. There's going to be a moment in this game where Oklahoma's going to time it up. But for now, it's problematic. This is the start of the second time through the lineup. Russo brings home the 2-2 pitch to the Sooner sophomore Parker. Fouls it off. Brad asks a question. You guys know I'm all about questions. Is it possible to get the action clock on the video board that is shown on the TV broadcast? It is. It's in the bottom. If you're in stadium, it's on the bottom of the scoreboard. Here's the pitch to Ella, misses low. Full count. I haven't got to watch any of the video. We don't have a monitor in here, so if you guys are getting the pitch clock, way to go, boys over at Sooner Vision. That's awesome. Pitch clock, action clock, sorry. It's action clock because it's more than just for pitchers. Hitters have a deadline too. Full count pitch to Parker. She waits on the off speed and just wastes it. In a swing that looked like one of the most offensive swings you'll ever see from Ella Parker. But that's what you got to do. Three balls and two strikes. Parker waits. Russo brings it home. Ball 4. Thought she might have gone on a pitch inside. Schaefer started celebrating over at first. And they say Parker didn't go. Ball 4. Third base runner of the game for the Sooners. Second walk by Russo. She's hit a batter as well. Here's Sid Sanders. Popped out to first her last time up. Here's the first pitch to Sid. Low and in. Thanks to Happy, who's watching at home in Houston. Gayla Boone cheering on the Sooners. And Hank is watching from the Denton Fire Department, station number 3. Good stuff all day long, guys. Appreciate it. The 1-0 pitch to Sanders is popped into right field pretty deep. At the wall, it is gone! There you go, Sid Sanders. A 2-homer day as she reaches out and pokes one over the right field wall, and it's 2-1 Sooners. That woke up the crowd, and that woke up, hopefully, the Sooner offense. 2-1 Sooners. Home runs this season are brought to you by the dedicated people of Oklahoma Oil and Natural Gas. 2-1 Sooners. They needed that. And for Sid Sanders, chalk up home run number 4. RBI number 10 and 11. Cassidy Pickering grounded out to second in her first at bat. Takes that off speed low for ball 1. Well, no better time for your first hit than with a need to get some runs. Sid Sanders got things going for the Sooners with a grand slam in the second inning of game 1. Now a 2-run homer here in the third. 1-0 pitch misses low, 2-0. Suddenly Russo's lost the location on the changeup. Sooners forcing her to bring it up in the zone. And when she does, be ready out in right field. 2-0. There's that little bit more juice on that. Missed outside. Sooners have been good today with 2 outs. See if they can continue the 2-out party here in the third. There's strike 1 on the 3-0 to Pickering. 6 of the 8 hits against Bowling Green came with 2 out. And obviously this one's easy to figure out statistically. Just 1 hit. The 3-1. There's, thought it was ball 4. Pickering tossed her bat, apologizes to the umpire, says that's on me. Full count. Pretty good group of eyes on this Sooner roster. Here's the full count pitch to Pickering. Now that is ball 4 outside. So Cassidy Pickering picks up the 3rd walk of the day for Sooner hitters, or 3rd walk of this game for Sooner hitters. on the day, Oklahoma has now drawn 11 walks combined between the game against Bowling Green and the matchup here against Abilene Christian. I'll give this home plate umpire credit. So we had a quick meeting at the circle. He is not here to let you spend too much time talking in any of the meetings that have taken place out in the circle. And he immediately, Lexi Wagner was seemingly chased back to the dugout.
Number 2, McEnroe.
Pardon me, that's not Wagner, that's Kennedy Hines working with the pitchers for Abilene Christian. All right, 2 outs. Let's see what Nelly can do here. She's 0 for 1 here in game 2. There's a line drive towards the right center field gap and deep. It hits at the base of the wall. Pickering rounding third. She'll score. It's an RBI double from Nelly McEnroe Marinas, and it's 3-1 Sooners. It had been a rough day at the plate for Nelly, but she is absolutely showcasing how special she can be at the plate. She drove that one, and it's stuck in the bottom of the wall in right center field. Sooners have done it with 2. It's 3-1 Oklahoma. Here's Abby Dayton. Dayton was hit by a pitch her last time up. She loops one over the head of the pitcher, past the diving second baseman, gloved by the shortstop, Lucina. Nelly never stops running. She scores from second on an infield single. Are you kidding me? 4-1 Sooners. That ball just got over the head of Russo, past the diving cook. Lucina made the play behind the bag. They had no chance of getting Dayton, and Nelly never stopped running. 4-1 Sooners. Here's Maya Bland. Here's the first pitch to Bland. Runners going, and they have no shot. No shot whatsoever of getting Abby Dayton, who steals the bag. Abby Dayton now on the season, 6 for 6 in stolen base opportunities. Sooners stole 4 bases in the opener. Stolen 2 so far here in game 2. The 0-1 has popped down the left field line. Foul territory. Is it going to get out of play? Just barely. Oh, big ups to my guy, Joe C. Jr. has checked in. We taped the podcast, Joe. I hope we get a chance to hear it or see it. I hope Carrie didn't decide that I should go the way of others. Family Business, great podcast with Isaac Stoops and Joe C. Jr. Check it out. 0-2 low and in to Maya Bland. Okie Phil, who is one of my umpire insiders, said that 3-1 pitch to Pickering was completely on the opposite side of the batter's box. Yeah, I thought that was a bad call. Dayton's at second. Here comes the 1-2 pitch to Maya Bland, looking for her first hit of the season. Grounds this one sharply towards second. Nice play by Cook. Throws to first, and that'll do it for the Sooners in the bottom of the 3rd inning. But Oklahoma's bats come to life. A 2-run homer from Sid Sanders, an RBI double by Nelly McEnroe Marinas, and a run-scoring infield single by Abby Dayton. We head to the 4th. Oklahoma 4, Abilene Christian 1. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Fall in love with OKC's favorite casino.
Because at Riverwind,
today, Toyota. Let's go places. Feature availability differs based on trim. See Toyota.com for details.
Well, the Sooners have a new pitcher in the circle who loves travel stops pitching change as we head to the 4th, 4-1. Bella Smith checks in, and her first pitch to Valerie Hornelis is up and away, ball 1. Hornelis singled and drove in the only Abilene Christian run back in the 1st inning. I would say thumbs up today to Peyton Monticelli. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss from Bella Smith, who has been awesome. 4-0 on the season, 16 2/3, 5 hits, hasn't allowed a run, 19 strikeouts to just 1 walk. An ERA like Blutarski's, 0.0. Now there's a base hit into center field. Left the 1-1 pitch a little bit up, and Ornelas made her pay. How about that 2-hit day for Valerie? And here's Taylor Haywood. Back to the thought on Peyton Monticelli. Obviously, the first inning is frustrating with the error, but in 3 innings, she's allowed just 1 hit, 4 strikeouts, had to hit batter, but didn't walk anyone. First pitch strike to Haywood. And after, I'm sure, what for Peyton was a frustrating outing against Hofstra on Sunday, she comes back in a big way. She was solid here today. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Haywood. Wow, Bella had her fooled way out in front of it. Bouncer to third. Nelly goes to second for 1, and they nearly turned it. I thought there was no chance for a play at second base. Nelly flung it across her body to a covering Agbayani. They got the force out of Ornelas, but Haywood reached on the fielder's choice. 1 away for Isabella Martinez. Pardon me, Isabella Martinez. First pitch is a strike. We have controversy. On my spotter board, on my scorebook, it's Isabel. On the scoreboard, they're going with Isabella. I'm going with my take, guys. Isabel Martinez takes the 0-1 for strike 1. She led off the second inning with that line shot off Peyton Monticelli. That shot right to Sid Sanders, and Sanders just able to tag her. Diving, coming down the first base line. The 0-2 pitch from Bella. Wow, frozen. Called strike 3. That was dirty. That was filthy. Bella, that was unfair. There's 2 away. Strikeouts this year brought to you by Tinker Federal Credit Union. U plus TFCU, Oklahoma's largest credit union. Ari Maxwell, 0 for 1 after grounding out to second her last time up. Pops up the first pitch. It's going to get out of play. The University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Dos Equis, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut HTO, Cup Bop, Coop Aleworks, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. 4-1 Sooners. We're in the bottom of our top of the 4th inning as the 0-1 pitch misses outside, 1-1. We're staying home, and the weather looks great for next Friday against Marshall and Kansas. Doubleheader that starts at 1:45. Bella Smith misses high. 2 games Friday, 1:45 and 4:15. 2 games Saturday, Kansas and Marshall play Kansas first on Saturday at 3:15 and 6. And then the 1 game on Sunday against Kansas City. Tried to check her swing. Ari couldn't. Strike 2. And then after that, we're into conference play. South Carolina will be here on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. Sneaks up on you in the 16-team, or I guess in softball, 15-team SEC. Here's the 2-2 pitch to Ari Maxwell. Oh, missed a little bit up. One of the early season stars for the Sooners, Bella Smith. And her mom, Samantha, might be as big of a rock star, that's for sure. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got her on the rise. Business, as usual, for Bella. We head to the bottom of the 4th. OU up 4-1. You're listening to Sooner Softball, presented by Love's Travel Stops, the heart of the highway. And this is the Courtyard by Marriott Norman Tournament, located just minutes from the OU campus. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKC. This is Sooner Softball from Learfield.
Snacks, we've got everything that you need. Order now and enjoy the freshness and savings Homeland is known for. Homeland and Sooner Game Day delivered by DoorDash.
Bella Immerling will lead things off for the Sooners. 4-1 Oklahoma here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Russo misses up high, ball one. Immerling's 0 for 1, grounded out to short in the second inning. Sooners needed extra innings and some walk-off dramatics from Cassidy Pickering to win game 1 over Bowling Green 8-5. Here's the 1-0. That off-speed has been a problem. Strike one as it falls in. Couple of quick late thank yous. Tim Skife's just checking in as he gets out of school from Lexington, Kentucky. Jimmy Clark in Carter, Oklahoma. Lana and Darren Alexander from work. Checking in from Milo, Oklahoma is Big 50. Ball's popped up behind home plate. Out of play. Nella looked up like she thought there might be a chance. And that thing was well out of play. Marty's out in Laredo, Mexico. MA's in Duncan. Lynette Conley is in Aiken, South Carolina. Shane, I apologize for trying to put you at the ballpark today. Shane Sanders and his crew checked in as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Reaches forward, pokes it to the right side. Race to the bag between Schaefer and Emmerling. Schaefer wins it 1 away. Oklahoma Athletics would like to thank the official Eat Play Stay partners. Visit Norman, Cup Pop, Midway Deli, and Norman in CED. Visit Soonersports.com for more information. There's Gabby Garcia. She's 0 for 1 today. Busy day for Schaefer over at first. Garcia grounded out there. She does it again here. Bounces it, one big hop to Schaefer, goes to the bag. And quickly there's 2 away for the Sooners here in the 4th. 4 runs on 3 hits for the Sooners. First inning error charged to Monticelli. 1 run on 2 hits for Abilene Christians. Here's Ilana Agbayani. Left-handed hitting, BYU transfer, the leadoff spot. Takes the first pitch, a little bit out, ball 1. I love the page in the game notes that Brock puts together and has all the lineups and who's hit where and when. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Agbayani. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes a strike. I say that because prior to today, Abby Dayton had hit leadoff in 11 straight games, and the only other player to bat in the leadoff spot for the Oklahoma Sooners before today, besides Abby Dayton, was Ella Parker. Here's the 1-1. It hits her. Caught her, it looked like on the thigh. Agbayani will make her way down to first, and here is Ella Parker. Ella Parker batted in the leadoff spot in game 1. Dayton was in the 9-hole. 11 games with Dayton in the leadoff spot, 1 with Parker, and 2 now with Agbayani. Well, Cassidy Pickering continues to be a Sooner that you can find anywhere in the lineup. Coach Gasso puts her a little bit of everywhere. Here's the first pitch to Ella Parker. Turns on one, fouls it off. Parker flied out to left in the first, walked and scored a run in the third. See, Pickering is hitting the 3rd spot, cleanup spot, 5th spot. Just batted a little bit of everywhere. The only player on the Sooners last year that hit in every spot in the lineup was Cassidy Pickering. Here's the 0-1, low and in. The Wassermans have been tuned in today from Tuttle. One ball and 1 strike. Boy, this is a long wait. Russo steps back, brings it home. Runner goes, swing and a miss. Doesn't matter. Stealing the bag is Agbayani, and the Sooners are having a day. That is the 3rd stolen base here in game 2. They stole 4 in game 1. They're shooting up those SEC rankings. One ball, two strikes. 4-1 Sooners. 2 outs. We're in the bottom of the 4th inning. The pitch to Parker. Bounced slowly off the foot of Parker to the right side. That's the second ball in this at bat that she's bounced off her toe. Ouch. Oh. Speaking of rock stars, there's Bella Smith's mom right here behind the concourse. Easy to find. She's got the red furry cowboy cap. Give Ella a little bit of extra time. She's ready to go. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. That off speed misses way outside. 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Runner at second is Ugmayani. Boy, long wait here. With 3 on the action clock, here it comes, way outside, ball 3. Full count. Here comes the 3-2 offering from Russo. Low and in, ball 4. It's the second walk of the game for Ella Parker, and the Sooners have something cooking here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th inning.
First baseman, number 1, Sydney
Sanders homered in the 3rd inning. Looks to add to the Sooners' 4-1 lead. A 2-run home run gave the Sooners their first lead of the game. Here's the first pitch to Sid. Inside corner, strike 1. Four runs now, just 3 hits for the Sooners. A run on 2 hits for Abilene Christian. Here's the 0-1. Reaches, rolls it softly back up the middle, through. Rounding third, heading home is Ugmayani. It's 5-1 as Sanders muscles one back up the middle for another 2-out RBI. Boy, have a day, Sid Sanders. Had the grand slam home run in game 1. Her 3rd RBI here in game 2, and it's 5-1 Sooners. And here comes Cassidy Pickering.
Right fielder, number 7, Cassidy Pickering.
Pickering digs in, was the hero in game 1. Sanders at first, Parker now at second. 5-1 Sooners, first pitch, in for a strike. OU now, 4 hits. All 4 of their hits are with 2 outs. They're 4 for 7 with 2 outs in this game. The 0-1. Line drive, hard hit left field, but right at Martinez. A couple steps over, and that'll do it for the Sooners in the bottom of the 4th inning, but they add to their lead. And as we head to the 5th on a bit of a sluggish Monday, Oklahoma leads at 5-1. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Have lunch at Norman's favorite hidden treasure, Midway Deli, tucked away at the corner of Chautauqua and Eufaula. We may be a little hard to find, but
for Abilene Christian, they beat Bowling Green here on Saturday, knocked off Tulsa on Sunday. They were swept in their last 2 games against Wichita State, jumped out early on OU here. But as we head to the Hal Smith Restaurant Group 5th inning, it's 5-1 Sooners. Back to work. Bella Smith first pitch, swing and a miss to Rachel Cook. Strike 1. Cook on the day 0 for 1, a strikeout victim in the second. That was when Monticelli was still in the game. No balls and a strike from the righty Campbell transfer. just misses outside. Abilene Christian came to Norman with just one win. They were 1-9. Swing and a miss, strike two. Their 5-1 win over Tulsa was, I think any Tulsa fan would tell you, pretty rough display by the Golden Hurricane, but Abilene Christian just did not let them up off the mat. Here's the 1-2. Popped up. Mile high, looking into the sun. Who has it? Nelly calls off everyone, but Bella Smith makes the catch. And there's one away. Well, communication on these pop-ups has been an issue. Go back to the first inning. Bella Emmerling and Nelly nearly collided. At a moment between Agbayani and Sanders down the first baseline in game one. One away from Miranda Lista. First pitch misses high. A 4-run third, followed by that single run in the fourth. Oklahoma doing all their damage today with 2 outs. And it's 5-1. 1-1 is in for a strike. Comprehensive coverage of college baseball and softball all season long. To the SiriusXM SEC Radio Channel 374, your home for your favorite team and conference, including live games plus interviews and analysis. Here comes the 1-1, swing and a foul. Cheer along with the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/SEC Radio 2025. And every single Saturday morning from 8 to 11 a.m., you'll hear your favorite softball radio broadcaster live. That's me. Lista, strikeout victim in the third. Takes the 1-2, a little bit up. Patty Gasso's going to have a lot of ammunition and fuel for practice this week. Here's the 2-2. Off speed, couldn't hold her swing. Doesn't matter. Strike three, 2 away. That is the third strikeout by Bella Smith. The 7th total by Sooner pitchers. Top of the lineup, Taylor Bachmeyer. First pitch is a strike. No balls in a strike to Bachmeyer, who's 0 for 2 on the day as she bounces that one to third. Nelly backs up on it, gloves it, throws, got her. Boy, a solid 25-pitch, 2-inning stretch here for Isabella Smith as she sets down Abilene Christian in order. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. Oklahoma 5, Abilene Christian 1.
Call 405-515-5000 today.
Nelly McEnroe-Marinas will lead things off for the Sooners here in the bottom of the 5th inning. 5th inning's brought to you this season by the Housesmith Restaurant Groups. How about a bloop, and a blast? Let's get 2 wins and get ready for next week. First pitch to Nelly. That off-speed hangs up a little bit high. Ball 1. Air Comfort Solutions brings you our scoreboard update. No other SEC games today, but kind of surprised by the amount of action we actually had on a random Monday. Here's the 1-0 pitch to Nelly, who is 1 for 2 on the day. She takes it outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Oklahoma State came back to roll Central Arkansas 9-5. 14th ranked Texas Tech beat UTEP at home 6-1. Only other ranked teams in action, obviously the Oklahoma Sooners. Sooners won first game here today against Bowling Green, 8-5 in extras. Off speed finds the corner. That change is just pretty brutal. You attack it, you most likely end up popping the thing up. It's got to be frustrating. 2 balls and a strike. Nelly turns on one, into left center field. It takes a hop short of the warning track, rolls to the base of the wall. It's the second double of the game for Nelly McEnroe Marinas, and the Sooners are in business to start the bottom of the fifth. It's also the first hit of the game the Sooners have with less than 2 outs. How about that? Here's Abby Dayton. Abby Dayton's had a day now. Was hit by a pitch in the second. Singled and stole a base in the third. Bats here with a runner at second. Nobody out. Sooners up 5-1. First pitch on that outer edge, strike one. Sooner softball brought to you by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasting. Is Coke Zero Sugar the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Dayton's season average up to 359. 0-1 a little bit up. 1 ball and 1 strike. Dayton's been the spark plug all day long with 2 for 4. In the opener against Bowling Green and scored 2 runs. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. Dayton tried to slap at it, missed it. Strike 2. So been pretty good here today. Senior transferred in from Ball State. That off speed has been problematic for the Sooners, but I think you can tell that if you're listening or watching the 1-2 pitch. Going away, 2-2. Should be a pretty fun weekend coming up. Another series here in Norman before we start conference play. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Dayton turns on and fouls. A couple of other games, keeping an eye on that. Nebraska and Oklahoma State are playing up in Wichita State on Friday. Illinois and Arkansas this weekend. That could be good. This Abilene Christian team is headed to Austin. They'll play Texas on Friday. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to Dayton. She hits one hard to center field, but right at Maxwell. 1 away. Maya Bland will get her 3rd plate appearance of the game. LSU and Utah's this weekend. Kind of feels like final weekend before we really start hitting busy season in softball. Conference play will get underway in 2 weeks. Bland swings for the first pitch. Strike 1. South Carolina and Duke next Saturday. How about what Duke did to UCLA? Nebraska, Missouri, UCLA, and Arizona play next week. That's a non-conference matchup, too, by the way. Oh, what am I saying? The 0-1 misses outside. This is going to take some getting used to this year for me. It's not a conference matchup anyway. Been the hardest thing to adjust to with Arizona being in the Big 12 and UCLA being in the Big 10. They'll play on Saturday night at 5:30. Here's the 1-1 pitch to Maya Bland. A little bit up, 2-1. How about College Station on Saturday night at 8 o'clock, Texas Tech and Texas A&M? Final full weekend of non-conference action. The Sooners will have one more non-conference tournament here, as Bland gets a piece of that. OU will welcome in St. Thomas and UCF weekend of April 4th for the O'Connor Invitational. First ever O'Connor Invitational. The 2-2 pitch headed home to Bland. Grounded to the right side and throw into right field. It's the first hit of the year for Maya Bland, and it's going to be an RBI single. 6-1 Sooners. Maya Bland muscled it through the right side, and Nellie McEnroe-Moranis got the go from Patty Gasso and never slowed down. 6-1 Sooners.
The catcher, number
Here's Bella Emmerling.
Bella Emmerling.
0 for 2 on the day. Grounded out to short, and then grounded out to first. Here's the first pitch to the Sooner catcher. Bland was off and running, fouled away. By the way, our buddy Toby Baldwin reminds me to remind you, tickets are on sale today for the Devon Park games versus OSU and Mississippi State. That Oklahoma State game is on April 9th in Oklahoma City. And the Mississippi State game is on April 18th. You can get those today at Soonersports.com/tickets. Here's the 0-1. Ground ball back up the middle, base hit. Bland will stay at second. Bella Emmerling. First and second. And Gabby Garcia steps to the plate. Sooners have now pounded out 7 hits. Meeting in the circle taking place gives us a moment to remind you that Orthodontics exclusively is proud to sponsor the junior captain of the game. Junior captain is the ultimate fan experience for children grades 3 through 7. Visit either location in Norman or South OKC for your free consultation. And we'd like to thank our OU community outreach partners, Fowler Auto Group, OU Health, OG&E, and Coca-Cola. The University of Oklahoma Athletics is one with you.
The shortstop, number 42, Kathy Garcia.
First and second, only 1 out, 6-1 Sooners. I mean, a blast here sends us all home happy. She's got 1 this year, does Garcia. The first pitch is way outside, ball 1. One ball and no strikes. Low. Six runs now on 7 hits for the Sooners. You had a feeling it was just a matter of time with Russo and getting her away from that lollipop change that's been so effective like that. 2-0 drops in for a strike. Two balls and a strike. Hard hit ball down the first base line. Oh, he called it foul. Oh, it looked fair right over the bag, but the home plate umpire was all over it. Called it foul, threw the arms up right away. I mean, Maya Bland was already home. She was already rounding third. First and second. That's Emmerling at first. Bland at second. 7-1 Sooners. Here's the pitch. Outside. Okay, hold on. Scoreboard's incorrect. It's 6-1 Sooners. We added another run in here somewhere. There we go. They fixed it. Mind trick. 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Bases loaded. And there's Ailana Agbayani. Man, it'd only be fitting for her to do something here to end this game, right? With as good of a day as she's had, but looks like we're finally going to see a change here. Be the second, right, trip to the circle anyway, so we're going to get a pitching change. Loves travel stops, pitching change. What a travel stops. Loves travel stops, the heart of the highway. It's 6-1 Sooners. The bases are loaded. Agbayani is 0 for 1, but has been hit by a pitch, scored a run, and walked. First pitch, strike one. Her first game in a Sooner uniform in the leadoff spot. Lana was 1 for 3 with a run scored in game 1. Scored a run, stole 2 bases here in game 2. Here's the 0-1. Popped into pretty deep left field. Martinez races back, makes the catch. Bland will tag and score easily from third. It's 7-1 on the sac fly RBI from Agbayani. And here's Ella Parker. Ella's walked twice and flied out to left.
Number 5, Ella Parker.
Season average at .585. 24 hits and 41 at-bats and 15 runs batted in for the California product. She takes the first pitch, a little bit up, ball 1. Garcia at first, Emmerling at second. 7-1 the pitch, way outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Sid Sanders waits on deck, and she's had a day. 2 home runs today. 7 runs batted in between the 2 games. 2-0 is a little bit low, ball 3. I now know that's a good point. The scoreboard pushing up that 7th run was just seeing the future. Ain't got me. Now it is truly 7-1. 3-0 pitch. Strike. You want a definition in making the opponent pitch to you? Give it to you after this 3-1 pitch to Ella Parker. Lifted pretty deep to left center field. It's off the wall. Here comes Emmerly rounding third, and heading home is Gabby Garcia. Ball game. Walk it off. Ella Parker, in run rule fashion, has led the Sooners to a 9-1 win over Abilene Christian in run rule fashion on a day where it took the Sooner bats a little bit of time to get going. But when they did, look out. The Sooners are now 14-0 on the season, and they run rule Abilene Christian to put a wrap on the Courtyard by Marriott Norman tournament with a perfect 4-0 record, a perfect 13-0 start to the season, and a perfect day weather-wise. What more could you ask for? The Brahms postgame show is coming up next. Oklahoma wins it 9-1. This is Sooner softball from Learfield.
Have lunch at Norman's favorite hidden treasure, Midway.